Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center, and we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, we are nearly ready for the tip-off, but...
Hey, Kevin. Well, by now we're all aware of the nickname that's been given to Prez and Young. It isn't wild.
Thank you, David. Did not know that was the reasoning behind the nickname.
And I have to say, I love that name. So often you get the most boring nicknames for players, but they went out and picked something that is at least unique.
Steve, we know some players are notoriously slow starters. The Bucks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Young dishes to Prez. Back to Young. He kicks to Prez. Henson, great positioning on the putback.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Curry with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Bucks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Young passes to Kane. Fires from 14, and that one drops for him. Kane's got his first points of the night. One issue that always seems to catch up with rookies is the wear and tear of travel and the NBA season. Prez is no exception to that.
Yeah, I mean, the late night flights, sleeping in a strange hotel, all these things add up when you're on the road, and it can sap the energy from a young player who isn't used to it.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Young, here we go. From 17 feet out. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Middleton. A putback, and staying with the play, Iguodala.
Terrific persistence by Andre. Great work keeping the play alive.
And Young kicks to Middleton. He feeds it to Prez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It seemed inevitable for this duo to get a nickname, but it's come out and it's going to stick. Prez and Young are known as Orange Juice. Not a bad name for this tandem.
Yeah, you know what? You don't get a nickname that takes hold unless you're doing something special. And what Prez and Young are doing is exactly that. This team is in great hands for the future.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Milwaukee. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Chris Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Livingston kicks to Curry from past the arc, and it's good. Assisting on the play with Livingston. Curry's got 9.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Over to the left wing. Dellavedova from outside, and Pachulia pulls it down.
Yeah, that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Outside Curry. West setting the pick for Curry. West dishes to Curry. And he gets the bucket. He's got 11.
Now he's one of the best of the business at scoring inside the paint. That is dangerous.
That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Green for 2 points.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
I love offense, and I don't know how long they can keep it up, but they...
We caught up with Prez on signing his first major shoe endorsement, and how his life has now changed since joining the league.
Man, I am excited to join the brand and be part of the family. I mean, honestly, it all happened so fast that it was kind of surreal. I was joking the other day that signing my shoe deal was almost harder than choosing a college. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's great to see all my hard work starting to pay dividends on and off the court.
For someone who just inked a very lucrative shoe deal, Greg, it sounds like his focus is still on the court.
Sometimes, Kevin, rookies can be distracted by off-the-court opportunities before they've even played a single NBA game. Really nice to see his priorities are still in the right place.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
This has definitely been a perimeter-oriented game, and right now it seems like they can't miss.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, a lot of defense at the forward spots with Iguodala and Green. Steph Curry's out there with Livingston, and it's West in at the 5. Iguodala left side, and the wide open shot from Green. Rebounded by the Bucks. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Even though they aren't in the same conference, each and every game means something in this league.
Bucks trail by 11.
The Warriors has had some turnovers in their coaching staff, and Steve Kerr, give him a lot of credit. 2 guys in the first 2 years leave to get head coaching jobs.
And one thing that makes Steve Kerr unique, he really does empower his assistant coaches.
Yes, watching him on the sideline, you can see he lets his assistants have a role on this team. Look what happened last year. Luke Walton in the first 43 games of the season, he was fantastic, and Steve Kerr stayed out of the way.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. And again, no good by Golden State.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the right side. Teletovic passes to Kane. 1:24 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Henson. And Pachulia pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pachulia with the screen on Middleton. Inside. Pachulia, good. Pachulia's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Johnston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And one thing you have to like about the Bucks, I mean, this is really an unselfish basketball team. Terrific assist totals almost every night, and I think largely because they've been acquiring guys with that team-first mentality.
And the Bucks making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And talking about the unselfishness of the Bucks players, I would also think that comes from the top down.
Well, you think about who's coached the club the past couple years. This is an organization that believes in team-oriented basketball. Bucks really focus on getting each other good shots last season, something that was evident when you'd watch them play.
It's Curry outside. The shot missing. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
When the defense breaks down, you have to take advantage of them. And because they blew their chances, they have only themselves to blame.
Now Livingston, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Picked by Pachulia. 3-pointer. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists now tonight. And we finished one half of basketball. Warriors lead by 12. And now
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not.
Bring it in. They might be up now, but we're going to change that. Look, I'm fine.
welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Golden State also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Verjao. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Kane, he's in at small forward. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Young. Then it's Miles Plumlee. And it's Henson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. 2 on the clock. Iguodala. Nice shot from the wing. Iguodala's got 7. Bucks trail by 20. Well, we all know that Iguodala does more than what shows up in the box score. But you can't overstate how important that is to a team. Executes all the little plays, Steve. You know, things you need, and then it shows up in big moments.
You know, Andre Iguodala is one of those players, whatever you need, you said it best, but clutch plays down the stretch. And he's also one of those guys that you love to have in the locker room for other guys to learn from. He keeps things very jovial and light for his team, but he's a guy that when it's time to play, the prankster in him goes away when he gets on the court.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Golden State. Prez kicks to Henson. Pass to Kane. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Kane's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has been right on the money tonight. If it weren't for that, they'd be much further behind right now.
Here's Curry. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Kane, no luck. Warriors leading by 20. To the inside. Lets it go. And it's Iguodala missing.
And surprisingly couldn't connect. That's a high percentage a look as he's going to get.
Plumlee dishes to Prez. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And the Warriors a very good defensive team, Steve, whether they're playing big or going small.
A reason why they have intelligent guys that know how to play the game of basketball on the defensive end. They switch a lot, they get their hands in the passing lane, and they are great communicators.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Outside Curry. Tries again.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Warriors have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. And the first one at the line is good.
Anderson Varejão is now a vet, but he takes the role as an energy player off the bench. He can still rebound, he can still defend, and he gives you those short bursts now as a reserve.
Young outside. Dellavedova kicks to Prez. And it's good off the back rim and in. Kane's got 8 points in the quarter. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Iguodala outside, and the call will be against Prez. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The charity stripe is far from the strongest part of Iggy's game, but he will hit him in crunch time.
Bucks trail by 18. Three-pointer. Draymond Green pulls it in. Iguodala the pass to Livingston. Outside Curry. From past the arc. Off on that one. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve.
Hey, we've been really solid. Everybody's been really solid, and that's great. Now let's take it a step a little bit higher, a little further defensively in particular.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. A lot of defense at the forward spots with Iguodala and Green. And it's Varejão in at the 5, down low. And here is Prez, 13 feet away. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
Here's Iguodala. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Iguodala's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. And Young kicks to Middleton. Now here's Prez. He's covered closely. Lets it go from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses. And motivation is such a key component for being a successful coach. Steve, how hard is it, you think, for a coach to consistently connect with his team? So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Hey, we got to step it up, man. The Warriors killed us tonight. It's not going to be easy, stomping like that.
Tell me about it.
You step it up then, Prez.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee at BMO Harris Brent. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Nick Vucevic is from a basketball family. His father, Borislav, played professionally until age 44.
Big advantage, DA. Thanks.
You know, when the Bucks have problems defensively, a lot of times it comes back to letting players get shots at the basket. Not just a problem protecting the rim, but also keeping perimeter players from waltzing in from the perimeter.
So the Bucks win the team. A group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Prez comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. Young is subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Then for the Magic, Mario Hezonja is checked in for Vucevic. Jody Meeks comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Hezonja, DJ Augustine out there with Jody Meeks, and it's Ibaka, and it's Gordon in at the 4. And the Bucks making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And the Bucks know that their struggles can be traced back to protecting their rim. It's something they know they need to keep working at.
And that's a team effort, guys. Individual guys defending collectively at a high level. Last season, over a third of the shots the Bucks gave up were layups or dunks at the rim. That's got to change if they're going to get back to the playoffs. Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Hezonja kicks to Gordon. Pass to Meeks. A 3-ball. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Dellavedova dishes to Prez. From about 16, and the jumper falls for him. Kane's got his second basket of the night. And one thing about Prez and Young, when they're on the floor, you can just feel the energy on the team elevate.
And it becomes infectious. Everyone on the roster picks up on it, and the team can just run away with games because of it.
Here's Hezonja. Kept alive Orlando. Shots good by Ibaka.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Prez kicks to Henson. Young passes to Kane. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Nailed from three-point land.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Prez kicks to Henson, tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass, then tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Makers checked in for Plumlee. And Levens is subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a switcher also for Orlando. Watson's checked in.
Man, what a pass from Young. Really setting up the floor well for his teammates.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Augustine against Young. Right wing. Here's Azania. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas. Just 5 to shoot. Augustine, that's good.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch it.
Teammates Prez and Justice Young.
Everybody's always asked about this orange juice thing, so I'll give it to you here. I'll tell you the story. All right, he came up with it randomly, just playing video games on an off day. I think we were talking about the old Chicago Bulls team or something, and how they put the squeeze on other teams with their defense, and the name orange juice just kind of happened. So yeah, when we're out there and we have it going on the court, we are orange juice. Fresh squeeze, baby.
Well, have you seen the thing they do with their hands?
Oh yeah, they're squeezing that OJ, Kevin. Either that or this.
Platoon swap here for Milwaukee. The Magic also changing it up. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gordon. Augustine comes in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Payton in for C.J. Watson. On the court for Orlando, Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. DJ Augustine out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. And last season, Jason Kidd had to have hip surgery, which caused him to miss a large portion of the season. Casual fans might think, why can't he just sit and coach? But there's a physical toll to coaching, as we all know.
Absolutely there is, guys. I mean, constant moving, the traveling, engaging in practice, film watching, which requires a lot of sitting. I mean, coaching an NBA team is very stressful and demanding. And hip surgery, any type of surgery for that matter, can definitely have an impact on your ability to perform as a coach. I'm actually glad to see Jason Kidd fully recovered and back to coaching his team.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Chris Middleton has become an elite help defender, but he's soft-spoken. He's become more vocal on the court, and that is not by coincidence. You know, Jared Dudley told me this story a couple of years ago that Coach Kidd told Dudley during practice, stop talking. I want Middleton to talk. And now Middleton's communication is taken off. Coach Kidd said his communication is something that never comes up. When you're looking at his growth, it's not just his game, but his leadership that is taken off. Evan?
Thanks, D.A. He's truly a great two-way player. A terrific find for Milwaukee. Vucevic dishes to Augustine. Back to Vucevic. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. That's 12 points for Vucevic.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Henson with the screen. Now here's Prez. He's guarded by Fournier. Prez with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Golden State.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Augustine against Carter Williams. Payton outside. Fournier. From deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And John Henson has been a player who can start for a team in short spells, but he seems to have found his niche as a threat off the bench in either post position. Very efficient as a scorer and doesn't need a lot of touches to thrive.
And Kevin, I think that's a big plus with him, that he can play either post position quite well. He's 6'11", but has the foot speed to guard both centers and power forwards. And I don't think he'll ever be a star, but, you know, he's a player every coach enjoys having because he gives you winning ingredients and attributes.
Here's Augustine. Rebound, Milwaukee. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
All right, gentlemen, bring it in. We have work to do.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of the big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Maker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Kane, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Young is subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Then for the Magic, Hezonja, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Jody Meeks comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. Kane in at shooting guard. Antetokounmpo is out there with Maker. And it's Young, and it's Henson in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Hezonja. The Magic again can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now here's Prez. Defense right on him. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Magic. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
You cannot sleep on Watson out on the perimeter now. He consistently knocks down these shots.
Prez kicks to Henson. It's stolen by Watson. And here's the fast break. Watson leading the way. Meeks passes to Watson. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Back to Meeks. Shot clock at 5. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
1:19 left in the third quarter. Here's Kane. Connects on the foul line jumper. Kane's got 6 points.
And you got to admire the attitude of Prez, staying with his shot despite the D being all over.
Picked by Vucevic. The dish to Meeks from past the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
Now here's Prez. He has 6. The kick out to Young. And Young just drilling the 3 there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Young dishes to Prez. Fires from 18. They grab their own miss. And Young kicks to Prez. Misses off the left iron.
And I love how...
And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Look, they can't guard great passing.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Augustine. And here's Fournier. So on the floor for Orlando, the guard tandem is Payton and Fournier. Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. And it's Hezonja in at the 3 spot. Bowman here now for an injury report.
And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. The 8-footer. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Magic.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Ibaka. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
It's like the blowouts are worse than the close ones.
Just got to take it in stride, man. Suck it up and move on.
Yeah. Man, you're learning.
Yep. Finally understanding this is a marathon, not a sprint.